tonight we're going to be talking about a little bit more. Actually, we're going to add a part three to the continuation of the series of part one and part two, Politico. Okay? So, Politico 101. We're going to go ahead and jump in on that a little bit tonight. All right? Because we know it's a lot of things that are going on. And we know that with the political, theatrical, theater, everything that's happening, we know that there's a natural point, a 0 point that we all should be observing at some place in time.
We're gonna let the people come in first.
We can let them come in, but I just want to give a little preview.
Yes, true. Yes, man.
So with the theatrical nature, we've covered this in the others. Just being presented at this time for everybody to see worldwide, globally. It doesn't matter what country or nation you're in right now, everybody's seeing it. I think the global consciousness is here, y'all. We're awake, we're aware, we're alive, we're here. So we're gonna wait for a few more people to get here. Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Yes, good to see everybody. Hey. Definitely. We'll wait for a few more people to get here, but yeah, most definitely.
Let's give the people some music so far and let everybody come on. Let some more people come on real quick.
Okay. While we do a little listening.
Yeah, while we're pulling up our
information.
So yes. Welcome. Pulling up information.
Planets full of diamonds, tucked away where no one can find them. We just aliens on a spaceship, find our way about it. Is it honor your spirit or riches of wealth? Find the best way to get rid of yourself.
What's up? Welcome everybody. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome, my guy. Welcome.
Yes. Go ahead, man. Top in your question. Yes.
Most definitely. What's your question? If we can answer it, we surely will.
Definitely.
And if not, we'll let you know that too.
Yes. We all gotta face the truth. What's true? Conclusions that we all going through. Okay.
What's going on? Welcome everybody. Welcome.
Too many dreams, not enough vision. You over there. What is your mission?
What's up?
I gotta come up.
It's Pink. Welcome, Pink.
Welcome everybody.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome everybody. Welcome everyone. Welcome. We have a lot to talk about today.
Everybody shifting on in.
Definitely.
So we're gonna get in after this song just shortly here. We're gonna let the song play out. And we'll go ahead and continue on with our part 3 of Politico 101.
Yes.
The global consciousness is raising.
Yes.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe to the channel.
Absolutely.
Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button.
And Middle East in the house. What's going on? What part of the Middle East? Shout out, family.
Welcome.
Yes, India in the house. Shout out, India. What part, family?
Welcome Israel. Welcome.
Yes.
What's real and what's true? It's a lot of people coming up to conclusions that we.
Oh, you like the song? You want to pay $20 for it? Okay.
All right.
We'll definitely. We'll let you do that. It'll be released shortly. Stay tuned. Come back to the channel.
Yes.
Our exclusive song. What's up, y'all?
What's popping with everybody? What's going on? All right, let's tune in.
All right.
Let's start with the show, guys.
Let's go ahead and jump into it. Looks like we got a lot of people in the house. What's going on, family?
Yes.
What's going on? Are you from the north? Okay, we got North Canada in the house. What's going on, North Canada? Welcome, family. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Absolutely. What's popping here? Hey, what's going on, family? All right. All right. So tonight we're just going to go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on. A continuation. If you haven't seen part one or part two, y'all go run back and see that. It's on the page. If you're on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, follow us on
Yes,
YouTube.
definitely.
So family, that we can definitely spread all of the love around and make sure that your voices get heard. If you have anything to say, please don't hold back. We'd like to hear your comments. We'd like to hear anything that you'd like to say. Make sure it's loving. We'll take the opposite also. Express yourself. There's freedom here. We're big enough. We're big boys, big girls. We can take it.
Yes.
But definitely don't get eliminated. All right. That's what I'm gonna
Definitely.
tell you. Don't get
Yeah.
eliminated from the channel.
Well,
Okay.
welcome everybody.
Welcome,
Don't forget
everybody.
to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button.
Love and respect.
Let's-
Love and respect.
So we can go ahead with this information.
Yes. So pretty much, again, if you haven't seen part one, part two, you guys go run and check that out. Perhaps after this live.
Yes.
But just I'll give a brief recap, and it goes more into detail. So once you go check it out, you'll be able to see exactly what we were talking about. But as far as the political global theater that's going on right now, and I think we covered that. We had a lot of people in our last live who mentioned from different parts of the world and different countries that this theater is going on there as well. It's going on everywhere. And I think as people for a long time, we thought that this was what we are seeing was being shown to us. We thought that this was bottom fact. This was truthful. We took it, to heart as being truth and believing in the things that narrate our lives. However, I think over the last few years, starting probably a little before 2020, a few years before then, we began to realize that things are in a whole different paradigm. We're in different timelines are shifting, baby. We're in different places right now. I don't know. Things are happening that are waking all of us up right now. Things are happening that if you have a conscious piece of part in your brain, just a little piece, you're like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Hold up real quick. So I think right now, as a collective people globally, it's definitely a time for all of us to come together, realize that some of the things that maybe that we've leaned on or believed in or followed for so long, they may not be true.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they may not be true. And that's okay. That's okay, because once you figure out that they're not true, you know that you can do something about it. Now that you know it, now that it's been uncovered, you can move forward with an action plan to do something productive, okay, or proactive rather. So that's what we're here for, guys. That's what we're here for. That's what the channel is all about. And what I will also say is that what I've noticed, there's a mixed consensus from people who feel like, okay, is this a charade? The politicals or whatnot. Is this real? How do we fit into this? However, I think that the main part or point to remember is you have a daily life to live, and how do things play out in your daily life? Okay,
Yes.
how connected are you to things going on around you in your daily life? And those things that people are saying or projecting to us on different television stations or networks that we may watch or participate in. What are they saying that's connecting with us that we're finding true? And what are they saying that's not? I think that's even the more important part, is what are they saying that's not aligning? Because a lot of what they're giving us is some truth. They're giving us a lot of truth, and throwing and sprinkling in, or giving us a lot of lies and sprinkling in some truth here and there. Or whether it be the other way around, here and there, they're mixing up the recipe. So sometimes it's more truth than lies, sometimes it's more lie than truth. But it's up to us as conscious beings and people to realize and look at that for ourselves and see, okay, is this actually, is this aligning, and is it true? With what I'm thinking. The first, 3 things that they said may have been, of truthful nature, but this here, that was kind of out of the box. That was out of pocket. See if these things align, see if they're truthful for you, and if not, discard them.
Yes.
Let them go. Okay, very simply.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, the political 101, y'all, hitting the basis of the political 101. If you don't know, now you know.
Yes.
The political scheme of things, or we won't say scheme, but the political arena of things, it happens to be one that's made of a few different components. So you have one side of the military. I'm not sure if you've never heard of this, go look it up. the military-industrial complex. Find some people on YouTube, or some. It may be difficult to find it with a Google search nowadays, with them censoring a lot of different things. But go look it up. Okay, go look it up. The military-industrial complex. Okay, so what that pretty much tells you is that it has the military leg, it has the
Political.
political leg, thank you, and the
Yes.
religious leg.
Hmm.
So with these three legs, what you find is that there are things that um, based reality is based on, that are controlled by certain dynamics of life, and these three parts or factors or industries happen to tap into those things that influence our lives majorly.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's going to be our military, and we know in any country that's always a forefront for any country, having a strong military. The politics, okay, and politics is just a higher echelon of people making decisions. Lobbying per se is really what it is. It's just
Against us.
against, well, I'm not sure, we won't use the word against, but what we'll say is that they're not necessarily concerned about us. They're not in the best interest of us. They're in their own personal best interest, which is good. But it's good to be in the personal best interest of yourself first and foremost, of
Yes.
course. As long as it's not insidious, or some things that have to again put other people down for you to be bought up or shine.
Hmm.
But as long as it's not harming anyone else, sure, that's no problem there. But what we all have to remember is that there, with these three parts, let me go back there. With these three legs, there's a component to it. So the echelon of people that are lobbying against, or I said I was going to keep away from the word against, that are lobbying, and they're making plans. If you're not sure what lobbying is, Google that also. But pretty much they're coming together and they're making plans to make money together, making plans to make laws that support different factions or parts of their lives, make things easier, make
Hmm.
taxes, easier for them, or just not admit to them at all or obey to them at all. So, which taxes are not something that we do, but that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
That's not something that's necessary. But if you want to stay unalived, if you want to stay alive in this country, that's something you better do, or else you run into problems. You could get into some deep problems. So I wouldn't suggest that you don't. Definitely don't suggest that. But if you know your way around, shout out to my Morris brothers and sisters out there. Definitely do your homework. It's not always a necessity, okay? But
Yes.
that's for special people here and there. Those who want to endeavor on that trip, absolutely, it is a journey to be endeavored on, and a truthful one at that. But you do have to do your research, do your homework, and that's something that you can always get into. All right, it's hot out here tonight, y'all.
Yeah, it is. It is
But
crazy how though. Yeah.
so it's for the lobbying for the upper echelon of people that come together and they make rules, or they come together and make companies and different things that are in the best interest of themselves and their personal families, neglecting the rest of the people. So that's really the only thing that I would say per se that's not um, conducive, or that may seem against people per se, because it's not like they're considering the well-being of all people that would be involved in some of these things, that they are hashing out or passing down or selling to the
Hmm.
populace. So in that aspect, it could be dangerous, because there are things we know that are being put in our food, chemicals. Our food here in America is not even allowed to be sold in half of the other countries in the world because of its chemical composition, just because of the things that they put into the food. So that's one thing to be aware of. On the flip side, another thing to be aware of would also be, again, the religious component. So wherever you believe, we're not going to go into that too much here. That's fine with me. I don't really care, what you believe or who you believe in, as long as they are promoting life. You know what I mean? Whatever God that may be for you, fine with me. But that is also a mechanism of control.
Yes.
So when we can realize that with these three legs, things come together, plans come together, countries come together,
Hmm.
then we kind of get a bigger perspective of exactly how our lives are being dictated by some of the laws and factions around us. Okay. So that's one thing to just remember with Political 101, giving a little background here.
Yes.
Okay. On how things work, how people organize, and make things happen. All right. So, and there are many different origins. I mean, we could say it was the military industrial complex originated, you know,
Yes.
with the Greeks, with the Romans. We go back to ancient Africa, Kemet. You know, we can go back to Politico in different forms. You know, wherever it may be, or even forms of antiquity that are not recorded. So, it's not a new form of control, but it is definitely something to be aware of. Okay, because it's definitely a form of siphoning and controlling energy. Okay, your personal energy, because all of us know that we're here, we're beings, but we're energetic beings first and foremost,
Yes.
and then we are these physical beings. Okay, well, simultaneously, as above, so below. But for things to be incarnate and be brought to life, there's has to be a spiritual essence behind it. So we know that there's a spirit in each and every one of us. We know that we are alive and we're living and we're giving information right now. We're connecting and pretty much just bringing awareness to different things and people around the world. Make sure you like and subscribe, y'all.
Yes, definitely
Be
like
sure to
and
share the channel,
subscribe.
share the live. Don't be forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, don't be
You know what I
afraid.
mean?
That's
Y'all
what
part
I'm
of the
saying.
family. Make sure y'all subscribe so
Yes.
y'all know exactly when we're going
Thank you
live
for being
and
here.
yeah,
Yes.
and doing videos, okay?
Okay. All
So
right. Definitely, definitely. So, anything you want to add to that, honey?
yeah, what I was going to add to that is basically I feel like we have to know the meanings of politics, right? We have to have a little meaning of politics. What is politics?
Absolutely.
You know what politics mean? Because basically we get into the whole political game, and we don't understand politics and we don't know what it means, anyways. So therefore that's why like the people on the top that's doing politics, they can trick us in doing, for the vote and whether, like whatever they're doing to the countries, whether it's here or abroad, but they have their own game, nothing is for us, so let's say, okay, let's start with the woods, the woods word of politics, where the politics came from. Yeah, let's start with the Pali itself, Pali. All right. The word Pali have its roots in Arabic, German, and Greek origin. All right, and it is though to be mean like you remember the poppy flower, they always talking about that. That's like in Arabic and stuff like that, and then the flower itself is a symbol of hope, peace, and death and sleepiness, right? That's mean these people here, they putting us to sleep, basically, okay? They putting us to sleep. So that's basically what is the word poly mean, right? Like poppy flower, all right? And if we even like look in the word tick itself, tick is a certain repetitive and voluntary movement, like a reptile, like an insect, basically, right? So you'll find like tick and like animals, they suck in blood. They like vampires, kind of creature, That's what they do. They eat bloods, So like politics itself is basically they putting us to sleep and drain all our energy out, because like the word itself, is draining. Like you even hear about politics, it's draining because we don't really understand politics, right?
It's a lot moving behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's so many things, moving behind politics. So we just have to understand that, where the word politics came from and what politics really is, because like if we're waiting for the politicians or whoever to do something for us, we'll never do anything for ourselves, and it's good though, like, so we just gotta keep doing what we need to be doing in this life. I mean, if you love politics, yes, kudos to you. I mean, if it's doing something for your life and if it's helping your family, it's great. I'm sure there's a lot of people who's getting paid, to do politics, right? You have the politician. If you're a politician, you're getting money off it. Hey, if that's your job, cool. But if that's not, something that, we really understand and, should really like put all our energy behind it. Whether you vote or not, your vote might not count. So the elect, whoever they're gonna put as president, vice president, whoever, they already been selected. They're not they're not selected by us. They're selected by the, those who control the government behind the scene.
That
You
brings me
know,
to another point. Chosen or choice?
choice. Yeah, there's,
Mm.
you know what I mean. We're not, it's not our choice.
Mm.
So basically, um, the government, like, say, let's take the government, right? The government
Call them
is
something else.
okay, not
The
the government.
GOV.
Okay, the GOV, what
Yeah.
the people in power. Okay,
Yeah.
say the whatever going on over there in Washington, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
say that.
Okay. The Washington folks.
Yes, the
Okay.
Washington folks. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
So these guys, we have to understand this is a corporation. The United States is a corporation. All right. Each president is just like a president of a company because the country is a company. There has people that's own the country. They're making the laws, they passing the laws, they give you a president who represent that business. Okay? That's all it is. So it's name more, it's name less. Okay? So we just have to know that. We know everybody that's there, they just fronters. Whoever, you know, so that's all I had to say right now about the whole politics, what it means. And
Okay. Well, thank you for giving us that definition. Definitely, that always good to get to the root of things. See what the root word is, the root cause of what any affliction may be, or any we could predict even better things. Okay, so just actually diving in, understanding what it is that the nature of what it is that
mhm,
we are utilizing right now as a system
yes.
is good to be aware of. Okay, so we had a few comments. Long live the king, most definitely.
Most
Hey,
definitely. Yes,
absolutely,
yes, yes. Don't
absolutely.
forget to share the live, guys.
Hey, like and
Like
subscribe
and
to the channel.
subscribe to the
If you're on
channel.
YouTube, like us and subscribe on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, like and subscribe to YouTube. It's all love, family. Glad to have you here.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. All right. Most definitely. Most definitely. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. Okay. All righty. And in certain aspects, I would agree with that. And in other aspects, I would disagree. But hey, absolutely. I much appreciate your opinion for sure.
Yes,
Yes.
and both terminology was created, in where 1776, right? That's like what 200 some years ago, right?
Roughly.
Yeah, roughly.
13, 300.
Yeah, by almost, yeah, by that time. So even that though, like the United States, let's say the country before the United States, was it a republic or a democrat, right?
Mm.
So those terms was brought us to the continent or to the land, by those who came from somewhere else to impose the laws in the country. So this, we have neither Democrats or Republican. We neither those. We neither a Republican or the Democrat. We, what I mean, we don't pledge allegiance to nobody or no states, no government. You understand? So once you believe, you put yourself into the governmental thing, like you. So what is it? You have no control over your life, or you have no control over yourself. You know what I mean? What is a government? Do people even know what the word government means? Like,
to govern the mind.
I mean,
Ooh.
like it's a whole lot of big words they use in whatever they call it, the dictionary, the law dictionary, whatever they're using all these big words, like to just basically trying to confuse those who don't understand. But once you understand though what politics is, what the government is, I mean, it's good to have a group of people to make decision, to listen to the people, not them making the decision, but should listen to the people and work together with the people and making the decisions that need for the to be good for the country and the citizens of that country. Because in other words, politics means citizenship, citizens, right? Citizenship or whatever. So if we not being, they not, like the citizens is like basically separated from the whole politics. But it's supposed to be one thing, but you know how it is though. So yeah.
Jay Politics said, I'm sorry, Jay Trinidad, sorry, said, just remember the allegiance. You pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the Republic. I think you got it right the first time, my brother, but or my sister. I'm not sure which one you are, but definitely the United States of America is exactly what we're here talking about tonight. This is a stage. It's a lot of a lot of forced emotional impressions going on, and I think that people are realizing that we're actually being manipulated more so than we are being helped by a lot of these things that are being put in place or already in place, have been in place that we've been born into, which is why a lot of people don't question it. You understand? Because questioning would cause critical thinking, and a lot of people don't have those abilities these days. That's a lost art. That's almost like an art these days to have critical thinking, think outside of the box, think outside of what somebody told you was correct. Self-thinking from creator, connection, connecting with things, putting things together from your own experience, realizing things, these things. So these are the lifeblood um, and really the things that run this country is us. It's us, the people, any country, doesn't matter. So it can't be, you know what I mean? Like just any willy-nilly thing. Your time, you go, you work, you spend it to get, fiat. So, these dollars, whatever you want to call them. But you exchange real, literal time away from your family, not doing the things you love. You're not at, you know what I mean? Like these for that. So this is definitely a real system that we have to take a look at and realize that there are people that are governing our minds. And that's exactly what it's for. It's a governing of the mind. Because the mind, if you get the mind, the body shall follow.
Yes.
So very simply, but moving right along, even on I wanted to give you a second flip on the politic, because yeah, you nailed it. It is a system that takes from us. It is sucking different energies from us.
Yes.
To perpetuate a certain ideal and make that grow. So it is, again, it's something that we need to be aware of, and the things that we're giving our time and energy to, because anything that we don't want to grow, we probably shouldn't be giving our time and energy to it, right?
Yes.
So on that sense, politic, I think you broke it down just like that. Politic.
Yes.
Poly also has a root word of many things. And then tick also has a time, just like a fast repetitive motion, like you mentioned, involuntary even at times. But even tick has something to do with time. So ticking many times. We're moving into many times, many dimensions,
Yes.
many spaces. Things we've charted territory in these last 4 years, y'all, that we have never. I don't even think people could have dreamed of in their
Yes.
wildest dreams. Like there are things that we have seen from the CV virus. You know what I mean? Things going on all across the world, shutting things down.
Yes.
Like we've seen that happen. I'm not sure if any of us thought that might happen in this lifetime. I'm not saying that that's something that that hasn't happened in similar aspects, in the world or around the world at different times. But I think in that capacity globally, to have the global control, we saw it happen from country to country. You had to have this representation or that representation just to get places. Like we saw a real lockdown of the globe per se. Travel was restricted. You couldn't go where you wanted to go, even if that was just out to eat. Stores were closed. Things were being policed. So we are living in unprecedented times that I think that some of us never imagined that we would be going through. So to realize that that's where we've already been, and we don't know where we're much or mightly be headed, we might need to stay focused on ourselves and seeing exactly where the things are that we are aligning with around the world that are hitting certain tones and hitting certain strings within us to make us realize our awareness and to bring us into that part of awareness within ourselves. We need to be observing those things. We need to be in obedience to those things. That's the spirit within us. So we need to obey that part and really align ourselves. Now is a time of alignment. I know this. We're in this 888 Lionsgate. It's a time of alignment. Align yourselves, mind, body, heart, soul, from the top to the bottom. Okay, it's a time of alignment. So get in alignment, and things that don't agree, discard them, let them go. Okay, don't be afraid to do that. If they don't agree with what your soul is moving into, where you're going, where you're headed in your greatness, then maybe it's not meant to be. So maybe you need to let that go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't hold on to strings of things just because it was taught to you, or because you feel like you've done, this is all like go know some new stuff. Don't be afraid to learn. Don't be afraid to try new things. All right, that's the only way you'll grow.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, definitely. We have those out here, who's out here for our mind, for our resources, for our energies. Definitely, and welcome everybody. Welcome,
Yes,
welcome,
glad to
welcome,
see you
welcome,
too. Glad
welcome.
to see you too.
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
African elder. Hey, hey. Glad
Welcome,
to see you,
welcome,
family.
welcome,
Glad you could be
welcome.
here.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Mayat, hey, most definitely. Harmony and balance. Ashe.
Yes, yes,
Ashe.
thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of things going on. The whole world is not just where you live. It's not just where your country is at. Not just your country, but it's globally. We are waking up though. Like the people is waking up is a revolution. Everywhere right now. You know what I mean? So like they say, we are in the age of Aquarius. So it's a age of information, awakening. So everybody, man, it doesn't matter. So where you at is a awakening going on. It's a big awakening going on. So we can we're awakened,
Yes.
and I'm glad that all
Age
of
of
you guys,
information.
everybody is getting the information, awakening. It's all over the world. If you're looking all over the world right now, is right
Cotton.
going on everywhere. You know what I mean? There's protests going on everywhere against all type of government, all type of injustice. That's going on. So consciousness is is awake. So we're all awake. So we just have to continue doing our part. Stay aware, stay conscious. So hopefully things can get better. Can get balanced. So that's how it is though.
Okay, let's see if we can get brother off of here.
What the brother said.
He said Marshall was trolling. I didn't see what Marshall said. He said, I'm positive. Okay. I'm not sure. Marshall, don't be trolling because we're going to have to remove you, brother. We don't want to remove you, but definitely.
Yes, yes.
I appreciate that, African elder. Thank you for looking out, family.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
for looking
yes.
out. Yes, yes, yes. Bless up, most definitely. Welcome, 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 everybody. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have not already joined us on YouTube, please do be sure to join us there. Get there, like and subscribe there as well. And if you on YouTube have not joined us on I'm sorry.
YouTube.
On Facebook, I said YouTube. YouTube, join us on Facebook. Facebook, join us on YouTube.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
so
yes.
us on Facebook, make sure that you join us on YouTube if you have not done so already.
Yes,
all right.
and don't forget to like, like and share, subscribe, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.
Definitely.
All right.
And we appreciate all the comments. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. We appreciate all the comments. So moving right along though, guys. So yeah, there's so many things going on in this whole observation that's being revealed to us at this time. Again, at times before this, prior times, there may have been some of us that realized that this was not all truthful, that there were some sort of theatrical unit or a component to the things that we see day to day displayed to us on the news or whatever outlets that we may consume them from. However, I think, again, this more recent display of everything that's going on around the world in the political scheme of things has just come to help us realize that we are living in a different time. Okay, we're living in a different time where things are being revealed, and for those who have eyes, let them see, and it shall be revealed. If you don't want to see it, fine. That's okay also. But it is what it is. That's just how life is. Some of us will, some of us won't. So some of us are supposed to hear, some of us are not supposed to hear that call. So it's just up to whatever the spirit within you is resonating with and responding to at this time. So this is why I'm here, just giving a call to all of my spiritual brothers and sisters out there, family far and near, all around the globe. It doesn't matter where you are. I know we got a lot of representation in here today. We got Africa, we got Liberia, that's Africa also. We got Israel, we got India, we got Canada, we've got America, of course, all over the states. We're just glad everybody could be here. So anywho, we got a lot of people in the world. We definitely got a lot of people in the world.
Yes, yes, yes.
So one other thing I would say is back to the politics and things moving into many timelines and us shifting from place to place and really the narrative of what's showing us these things. It may be giving us a little precursor to where we may be headed with how things are playing out and the believability in them.
Yes.
But they're going to play out anyway, right? So there's a narrative that's going to be followed, whether you agree with it or not. But there is something you can do proactively for yourself that is like a spark that enlightens everybody else around you and spreads globally to the rest of us.
Yes.
So if each and every one of us do our parts to make that spark happen, then we'll definitely make sure that that we do our job as people and beings to sustain how we need to.
Yes.
Tricks, brother said. Yes, absolutely. It's political tricks. That's all it is. Political theater is what it is. That's exactly what it is. There's a whole I'm sure there's a whole class. I don't know what they do behind the scenes, but there's something that has to be done in order to organize all of these things. I know a lot of people know about the Met Gala in the industries and things of that nature. So we know they're organizing. We know that there's things that they're doing. And there are people that are affiliated with these different organizations that are making moves behind the scenes. So it's up to us, because people are not going to. So if you believe it is the thing, no one's going to stop you, right? Nobody's going to say, hey, that wasn't true. You know what? Yeah, sorry, the news we gave you last night, fake news. We're not, no. You're not, that's not gonna happen, right? So you have to be the conductor of your own train, right? You have to be the person to make decisions in your own mind, in your own brain, what makes sense to you and what does not, as an adult, as a human being, for yourself first and foremost, and then for the ones coming after you. You can't have your children out here believing in, fantasy stuff. So fantasy is good. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and place for that in creation. But in our daily lives, as we are moving and motivating along, that's not, what we want to build on is truth. We don't want to build on fantasy.
No.
Okay.
No. Yes.
Say you're a guru. Hey, absolutely. Hear the drum. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, people, I just want to say that there's so much going on that we have to be aware of. I'm glad everybody could be here tonight. I'm glad that we're coming together. Thank you for all the input. And anybody have any questions, anything anybody want to ask, or even just any more comment? I know we're reading here.
Yes.
Y'all believe in aliens? Of course. Aren't you an alien?
Do you believe in alien as well?
Absolutely. We'll follow. Hey, most definitely appreciate the follow.
That. Yes,
appreciate the follow. We'll do the same. Yes. Also, World Economic Forum. Yeah. Check that out, y'all. Check that out. We're doing a little more research on this project 2025. It's not really a lot to it, but it's so many pieces to it. But the overall concept, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll have to do a certain live on that in particular. Because I don't want to take us into those things tonight. That we will be here forever. But there are pieces of our freedoms, y'all, that we really have to be accountable for. You can't blame anybody else for taking away your freedom if you let them.
Yeah.
Okay. If you gave them the key to do it,
they gonna
you
do
can't.
it.
Right. You can't be upset if you gave somebody the key and they stole your car. You gave them the key though. So and actually in insurance we wouldn't call that wouldn't be protected because you gave them the key.
Yeah.
So you gave them the things to steal. You leave your door unlocked. Somebody walk in and steal all your stuff. That's on you. You're supposed to protect yourself and your stuff. Okay? Got to lock the door if you want to get that claim paid. Just quick little tip there. But anyway, so same thing, same laws applies to you and your body and yourself. Okay? You got to protect yourself. You can't be giving the keys away to people and things that we perceive as trust. Okay? It has to be actually trustworthy and has to be tested. So trust and test things with your spirit. Look at things, observe things, be open to new ideas and expressions. But definitely guard yourself. Don't come out here unveiled. Don't come out here, looking to learn new things with a blind eye. Okay, make sure you protect yourself properly, spiritually, and that could be as simple as knowing your protection, saying a prayer to yourself, and just knowing it in your mind. Or it could be as elaborate as doing, a ceremony. But that's up to you how you want to protect yourself. But just make sure you're protected.
Yes.
Okay? Make sure you're protected. So another thing I'll say, when I was going back to the politics, politic many times, timelines, moving us into different parts and places and perspectives. And maybe politics being the driving force of that train right now in this time. We know every 4 years they're on this cycle that this is happening. So, and it's just interesting because we are also on, we've heard CERN has been real active lately.
Yes.
All right. CERN's been doing a lot of stuff with particle acceleration and quantum jumping and things of that nature. So, we know that there's a lot going on.
Yes.
There's a lot of shifting going on, and there are things that we may have thought about, or that we may even remember certain ways that just for some reason nobody else does. It may just be personal to you, or maybe even I know people probably have read up on the Mandela effect. If not, look that up. Also, it may be on a wide scale, but some of these things are even just personal. It's just little things, personal things that are happening within timeline shifts within each and every one of our lives. So it's things to be aware of, things to pay attention to. These things are tying our world, every molecular piece of our world, in with our beings. Okay, we are a part of this matter here, spiritual matter. So the things that we think on, the things that we are giving our energy to, I can't reiterate that enough, are the things that are living. Okay, these are the things that are alive. We're giving our energy to, and us being living beings, what we give our energy to is a transfer. Okay, it's like when you plug your phone in and your phone gets charged up, it transfers the charge to your phone. The electricity comes through the wall, right? Through your cord into your phone, charges your phone. You don't have to walk around with the phone plug all day, because I mean it's not plugged into the wall.
Yes.
So base power, right? So these things we have to remember to pretty much charge ourselves. Okay, we have to.
Africa had
Come in.
questions about what's going on.
Also, Google is making it hard to find certain facts on certain people. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Dan, absolutely. You are absolutely right. They've been censoring a lot of different things. Censorship is at an all-time high. Even on these social platforms, which should, you would think, be freedom of speech, but there's been a lot of censorship all over the place, and it's coming. It's definitely been in our news. It's definitely been in our timelines on any outlet that you look at, whether it be the social media. It's definitely been in Google. Any search, any research that you try to do that's not in a paperback, from before 2020 or even prior to. So yeah, they've been mixing things up for quite some time. I mean, they've been printing misinformation in books even prior to that. I mean, since the 60s, as far as I know, and probably even before then. But I don't think that's an old concept, misinformation. But yeah, that seems like a military concept. But just a lot going on, guys. A lot going on that we have to be aware of.
Yeah, what's going on right now in Nigeria, Mali, and Burkina Faso is it's a great revolution, man. Like I always said, I say that probably like a year ago or about that great revolution that's coming. It's a revolution that needs to be done. We as people, we know the continent, what the continent represent, to us and to a lot to the whole world, the resources that the continent hold, whether it's in Mali or Nigeria or anywhere else in the continent. But the global things that's going on right now is it's a mystery, man. If I tell you like it's a mystery, trust me, it's a mystery. It's a lot going on that like we will have to do a whole lot of video about what's going on right now, man, because the things that's going on, man, it's gonna happen like everywhere, man. Like it's not gonna just happen in the continent, but it's going to happen everywhere in the world, man. Like it's going to be a global revolution, man. I mean, we're tired of what's going on.
Everywhere.
We look around, man. Wherever we live, we stay. When we look around, we see nothing is being done in our favor. Like it's basically like we the people don't have no say so, and we the people don't have no control over what's going on, whether it's the resources or like if a country, say like a country like Nigeria or Burkina Faso, those countries are rich countries, right? As far as the resources go. But how come there's people that starving in Nigeria? Like Nigeria, I mean, like why is people starving when there is so much resources? That's the questions that we had to ask, and then that's what's going on over there right now with the whole
Carnival.
protest, you know what I mean, that's going on right now over there. Like, it's gonna happen, man. You know, just stay tuned, because it's what's going on right now, especially, they're messing, like my wife said earlier about CERN. So it's a whole lot going on, man. Ultra they messing with our brains, they using technology, to bring violence, into
Hmm.
places as well. So like, they can use music, they can use anything, man, to bring
We've seen it in
chaos.
these movies, the
So
Who Cloned Tyrone. You've
um
seen it in Kingsman. There's so
yeah.
many things they tell us in a lot of this stuff, which we know. It's half entertainment, half programming.
Yes.
You know.
So the thing is, man, it's, they paint us against ourselves. We don't even know who's reaping out the crops, but you know,
Mm. Too many people reaping, and I mean, at the end of the day, the small group of people that do reap, it leads back to a small group of people.
hmm
So, and again, are they in the best interest of the larger amount of people that they're impacting? Is the question. And I think the African elder said, consciousness precedes unity. Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. People will not unify unless they have the consciousness to do so.
hmm
So absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why time now is enlightening. And I think people are really open and accepting to understanding new information and really connecting with true information. And I think that that does something for all of us. When something's true, it like hits a string in your heart. You know what I mean? So you feel it. You feel it. It resonates on a different level. And that peace, that spark, that awareness, that Christ consciousness, that God consciousness that everybody's coming into right now, the Christos, the
hmm
ancient, that here is something that has happened cosmically. That's happening cosmically. So we're feeling it on this plane, but it's happening in so many other levels and dimensions of change that this is necessary on, that it precedes, or rather exceeds, it exceeds exactly what we see. What we see is only a small piece of what is everything else that's connected to it. If that makes any sense, I'm trying to
Yeah.
put it in a different way, but that's how it's coming out right now. So all of these things that we're connected to and that we're seeing right now is dimensional. Okay, it's happening on many different levels. It's happening in many different countries there first and foremost, and then outside of the countries, even on cosmic levels, it's happening in different places, times, and spaces. It's happening. So
Yes.
that's something that we have to remember. It's not just us being impacted. Okay, this is so much bigger and larger than us, that when we do try to put pieces together, if you only have three pieces of a puzzle and it's a 50-piece puzzle, there's no way you can complete it. You might get a piece of it, and with your psychic intuition, you have tap into that akashic, go into some meditation, you may be able to put the rest of it together.
Yes.
Definitely you can. But without really having all of the pieces laid out in front of you, it confuses the puzzle, and that's what's happening right now. We
hmm
have a 100-piece puzzle with three pieces. Like, it's impossible. And then they give us a half a piece that maybe the dog gets chewed up. And it's like, what is this, and where does that go? And
Yes.
just figuring out how things fit together. There are certain pieces that we can surmise. We can say, okay, yeah, this probably goes with that. That's the problem over here. Da 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 da. But to really connect on the behind, like, and give reason to. I mean, there's so many reasons and possibilities why people do things. And we would like to think that they do them for the betterment of all people and all things, all life and
hmm
organization. But that may not be the case. And we know that
Yes.
also, that people do work for the opposition. So whatever is going on, on the other side, it's imperative that we protect ourselves again and make sure that we're doing what we need to do as
Yes.
people. All
hmm
right. As people of God people. Okay.
Yes. 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 Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Share the channel. Share the live.
Yes, yes. Welcome,
Subscribe
welcome,
to the
welcome,
channel.
everybody. I'm all about consciousness. Hey, yes,
Yes.
yes, most definitely.
Consciousness, that's all we have, like, basically that's why gonna change the world. All of us have to, tapping into our consciousness, and connect, with all the like-minded, souls that's like can bring a positive vibration to the world.
Definitely.
I'm not saying people gotta be out here going crazy, burning this, burning that, because like once, like, we can sit down, put our mind through it. If we need change, change gonna come. Sometimes, if we've been fighting for change for a long time, if the same method is not working, So we might have to
Do something
we need to
different.
change, yeah, change
Evidently.
the method.
Yes.
You know, so
Absolutely.
that's what we need to do right now.
We are all connecting and changing it. That is blame dirty. Okay, blame dirty. Definitely. We are all connecting and changing it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that was also blame dirty earlier who said you're all about consciousness. Yes,
Yes.
family. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Enlightened Channel. I'm on it. Hey, most definitely, most definitely. Like and subscribe, family. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe on Facebook. Facebook family. If you're on Facebook, like and subscribe on YouTube. All right. We
Yes,
love y'all.
yes,
We love
yes,
y'all. And make
yes,
sure you
yes.
hit the website also, y'all. Conscious.life. Conscious with a K. All right. Dot life. Hit us up. We got merch and we got membership coming up soon, so we can really discuss and delve into some things that we can't really get into on these platforms. All right. So if you like what you hear, you love us, we love you. You want to connect? Definitely make sure you do that. All right. Much love, family. All right. So I think what Dope TV said, yeah, pre-programming when we're talking about the movies and whatnot.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Pre-programming. So that's what a lot of this is projecting to us
Yes.
of things to come again. So it's all psychology. Okay, it's all psychology, guys. All psychology. So was there anything else I was gonna say? I think there was one other thing I wanted to cover. Oh yeah, there was one last thing before we get up out of here, y'all, that I wanted to cover. I wanted to cover about just this whole again, as politics, as conscious people that we are delving into these things. And I think my husband mentioned in, if you haven't seen the part one or part two of this is actually a third part. We said we were going to do two parts, but we're following up with the third. So go back and see that on our channel.
Yes.
Part one, part two of a similar context here with the politicals. Okay. So political 101 and pretty much global consciousness. That's not what the title of those two are, but they are part one, part two. Check them out. They were our last two lives that we did on similar content. But I believe that you mentioned on that one pretty much that there are things. Wait, let me run it back. Let me say this first. There, with everything that's going on and us being people, there are things that we subscribe to. However, you and I don't vote. You mentioned that. You mentioned that we don't particularly subscribe to any person or place or whatnot that are in this political race of things, because I understand the political game. I understand the political theater, and I understand what's being shown to us is being shown. It's being shown for a reason. Some things revealed, and then others being shown, as a show. So knowing the difference of those things, but in that particular realm of thought, what you're finding is people who are saying they don't support a side or whatnot, but they are making counter content to support a side, or rather not support a side. So either you vote for or against. Again, what you're giving attention to. These all are things, and I guess in the industry, entertainment industry, they say what what is it? No show is.
No publicity is bad.
Yeah, and
publicity.
even bad publicity is good publicity. It's still publicity. So, yes. Thank you. So yeah, so that's maybe that's what they're going for. I'm not sure, but what I will say is that it's just interesting that there's so much. Instead of content about people being proactive about doing different things in our own personal lives that we can, even locally. Now, I will say I do support local government, like people that you can see, touch, talk to. Those people, not the people that I can't touch and see on TV. Those people are different. That's a different, we're in a different realm, another level of politics then. But for your local politics, people that you go to church with, that, you sit next to every Sunday or wherever, go to school with your kids that you see dropping off, in town hall, whatever. Like these people, these are the people that you really need to be paying attention to also, because these are people that are making changes right around you locally. And although they may not have necessarily the power that the president has, and although the president still doesn't have that much power, if we know politics and we know the presidency, we know that they have so many other people that they have to go through and get signed off on things. So there's a lot of well, and people are coming into power, like, and to change different things and change. And here in Florida, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but rules have been changed, things have been rewritten, just crazy stuff has been happening. Things that, again, I've never seen happen before. I'm not sure if it's happened in any. I'm not that old, so I don't know. Maybe it's happening some other time that I'm not aware of. But just even in history, how things are unfolding right now, it's a very interesting time. Very interesting time. So. Being unbiased is what I'm really getting to. Being unbiased. Now, I will say there is room for me to have a bias, but understanding the political game, having no bias as far as what politics offers us. Okay, unless you feet on the ground, unless you are actually making change in your community, what politics actually offers us.
Yeah.
Okay.
For us.
Right. What it actually offers us, how it helps us advance as people, not just black people, not just white people, but people as a race of people. How does it help us advance? How are we using our technology? How are we utilizing gas for one thing, or even just electric or solar energy, or anything else that may help us make a move or substantial move in other places? How are we utilizing these things? They're being commoditized. They're commodities that people are taking advantage of. All right. They're being pimped out. They're not being shared. We're not all able to reap the benefits of them freely without a tax. Okay. Without a charge, without a debt. So, I understand the world of economics. I understand that there's no such thing as a free lunch, energy exchange. I understand that. But what I don't understand is not being, again, in cooperation and the betterment for the people and things that you affect, things that are going to be within your reach. Being responsible for those things and those people. That's we all have that responsibility as people. So to see that some of the people in the highest positions and have the most influence and power over a lot of things, or perceived power rather, over a lot of things in our country, it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking to see that that they wouldn't choose the right things for us as people. Okay, that's just. I mean, it's hey, but we're all different. So I know that that's a possibility, and that evidently some people are exercising that possibility to the best of their ability. But that's not what we as people would hope to be happening, right? So anyway, um, coming back to a space of balance and of wholeness, completeness, rather, harmony, harmonics, vibration, vibratory space, um, tearing down or building up one candidate or the other is not going to be beneficial. Okay. We know they both have certain chess pieces to play. We know that they both have certain agendas to carry out. Nobody gets elected just because of, nothing. So we know that they both are probably being motivated by other things and influences outside of the scope of what we can see and what we're aware of. But what I will say is what I do vote for. What I do vote for is the image that looks like me. I definitely vote for that because I have children. I plan to have children, more children. So that within that aspect, I want them to understand and see that there are people in different places of power that they can be a part of. And they don't necessarily need to be influenced by the BS or wacky shenanigans that's going on there. They can stand in their own power, do what they need to do, and deliver whatever it is they need to the world. So for that reason and that image, I know the mind speaks in images, okay, imagery. So with our mind's eye, that I vote for. The image of a black woman, I can't get away from that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That I'll give my energy to all day. As far as giving some pieces. But otherwise, as far as politics goes, and what agenda may be carried out by this particular person, I'm not sure. I don't know them personally. I don't know the other candidate personally either. I don't know anybody personally. We are of similar kin, I'll say, with the pink and green, but I don't know anybody personally. You know what I mean? So, and what I do though understand is I've been in this world and in this body for some time, and I know I've seen elections that I couldn't vote in and elections that I could more recently. So, and just because of age, of course, but it's what I've seen is that there's definitely a current. Okay, there's an ebb and flow to things. There's been backward and forward to things, and we've seen that been shaken up in the last few years. We've seen that back and forth to this part, that part, this part, that part. That for the most part is still being had, but in a much quicker time frame, 4 year. And now again, things are being shaken up even more. So with a switch of candidacy and other things, so there's a lot going on, a lot to go on at play. Like you mentioned, I mean, it's too many dots to really connect and be sure because there's so many possibilities. You know what I mean? So I don't like to speculate. I just like things to be revealed. So without speculation, and just seeing what I see and calling a spade, the image is what I think needs to change. Is one thing that definitely needs to change in this country.
Yes.
How people look at people, how we all relatively are related to an idea of suppression because of color of people's skin or because of this or that. Like when we can show our children that there are people that look like us in places of power, that's empowering.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not voting for any particular agenda or what anybody is out here spreading or saying that they're going to do, because we know that after year, that hardly ever happens. Yeah. Nothing ever changes for us, for people, whether they're black or white, whether their rulership is black or white, doesn't matter. So voting for a particular system or political candidate is not the thing. Voting for an image, though, however, is a thing. And I vote for that more than anything. If there was something or someone that somebody wanted to vote for, that would be my thing. Okay. But anyway, that's not something that I really get into. But anyway, just to put that piece out there. Yeah. So, people, I think we've probably expired our time for tonight. We've given you a lot of gems. Y'all have given us a lot of gems. We appreciate the love. Love. Oh, much love. Thank you for being here. We much appreciate you as well. Thank you for showing up. We're grateful that you could be a part of the podcast. Again, for all of our family on YouTube. If you're not on Facebook, join us on Facebook. For all of our Facebook family, if you are not on YouTube, join us on YouTube. And definitely don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Share this live. We appreciate everybody being here tonight. Yes. And definitely visit us on our website. Membership coming soon. Make sure you grab your merch. And until next go round. All right. Love and light family. Y'all make it a good one. All right. See you next go round.